Saturday, August 10th, 12:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 2019. In this video, I've got some new sky phenomena photos to share with you guys, but first, I want to take a look at some pictures that I've received just in the last week to 10 days of the moon and the sun. Observations that people have made that look different than what they've seen in years past. And we're going to start with an observation made out of Alberta, Canada. A young man by the name of Roy sent this in to me a couple of days ago. He has a compass sitting here on the railing of his porch, and the red arrow you can see down here is pointing towards the north. And I have a white arrow pointing towards the north to represent that. This direction over here would be due east. The sun is rising. What he was trying to show us in this picture is the sun is rising in the northeast, much farther to the north than he's used to. And that would be nearly at the 45, maybe even around the 44 degree north. If you look at a compass, and I drew this just kind of for an example to use to kind of show maybe how far off the sun may be. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just our perception. But like if you look at Roy's compass, he has it pointing to the north. North would be 0. A circle has 360 degrees. The arrow that I had pointing towards the sun was up in this area here. Due east would be over here, which would be 90 degrees. Half of a circle is 180 degrees. That would be 290 degrees. The upper northeast would be, say, 0 to 90 degrees. 90 degrees to 180 degrees is in the southeast quadrant. 180 degrees to 270 degrees is in the southwest quadrant. 270 degrees going all the way up to 359.9 degrees. That's the northwest quadrant. That completes the circle. So if the sun is in fact rising up here in the northeast, that would be at around the 45, right in that area there. See? Numerically. Kind of splits the 90 and the 0, so half would be around the 45 degree mark. And that does seem a little bit too far to the northeast, and that's what it shows here on the compass. So that's just one example. Then I received another example from Jimmy out of Illinois, and this is a photograph that he took last year around the same time. He travels this road every day, and this road runs due west. And this is of sunrise, or actually sunset, I'm sorry. And this road runs due west. And you can see the sun is sitting just to the right of the road. Well, they took a photograph this year, same time, approximately, same location on the road, and you can see where the sun's at. It's much farther to the northwest than it was in the previous picture that I just showed you, and I've put them here side by side. This is last year in 2018. This is in 2019. See the difference? And if we apply this little map, this chart that I put together, that kind of shows numerically where things are, this is looking to the west at sunset, and that angle too would split the 45 or the 90 degree angle, which would be going from 0 down to 270 or 360 down to 270. That would be 90 degrees. Half of 90 degrees would be in the 315 degree mark, and that's kind of where that's at. It looks like to me it's about 12 degrees too far to the north. And that's just a rough estimate based off of what I'm seeing here. About 12 degrees. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. But Jimmy sent this photograph in from Illinois, observation that he just noticed. That's a photograph from last year. The other photograph was from this year, same week in August. So good observations, guys. Keep them coming. I have to say, I've noticed it too this year, not necessarily from a visual standpoint. I've noticed in the office that I use here at the house, and normally this room is consistently hot all summer long, especially during the summer based off of the position of the sun. This year, the office has not been hot, and the sun's at a different angle. And normally this office is very, very hard to keep cool. Not this year. So I'm not complaining. It is what it is, but it does seem like the sun is in a different position. And we have another example of an observation of a big shadow coming from the northwest at sunset. Greg Bowles noticed this from the Mulberry, Lakeland, Florida area. Took this photograph on July 30th of 2019. He shared this on my Facebook page. And he says, why is there a shadow coming from the northwest? Strange skies showing up all over the place. And he took the picture at 8 p.m. looking to the west, and the shadow was coming from the northwest. So it's kind of in stride with the photograph that Jimmy took from Illinois. The sun does seem to be a little farther to the northwest. Now, with regard to the moon, I've received photographs from different people here recently, within the last week to 2 weeks. And the moon at times during the day looks very, very small. Here's an example here. I've got two more examples of the moon looking small. This was sent in by Rose Angela from Charlotte, North Carolina. And the moon is way over here in the upper left-hand corner. Looks tiny in the photograph. She photographed the sky. There's the moon. It looks like a little bitty orb compared to what it normally looks like, at least to me. I totally agree. Here's another example. This photograph was sent in by Karen, and she asked the question too, why does the moon look so small? And it does. It looks very, very far away. So that's a question that, honestly, I can't answer. Normally, when I see the moon during the daytime, it looks 3, 4, 5 times bigger than that. So I have to agree, the moon does look much, much smaller in those pictures. Definitely does. Totally agree. So once again, good observation, guys. Keep them coming. You guys are wide awake and on the ball. I've got some photographs and video to share with you guys. First, a video out of Hawaii. This was sent in by Jamie. And the video on the right, this is the same video side by side, just in a different format. And when I put it in negative format over here on the left, the colors became very vivid, even more so than the original video over here on the right. Look at those colors from that double rainbow out of Hawaii. Thank you, Jimmy, for sharing. Greatly appreciate it. Here's some new photographs, and I've got many more at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery. Here is a look at a photograph from Stephanie from South Carolina. Very colorful clouds she noticed in the sky. This is one of 3 pictures of the same cloud structure. Look at that. Just a random colorful cloud. And no rhyme or reason for it. It's just a very colorful cloud. It is below a big halo up in the sky around the sun. Here's another example of a colorful sky from South Carolina. I don't know if this is the same day or not, but same photographer, Stephanie. Springfield, Ohio. Big shelf cloud in the sky sent in by JARROD. Palmyra, New Jersey. Orange sky sent in by Sally. Here we've got some sort of a square in the sky from Sacramento, California, and there's 2 different photographs of the same square-like structure in the sky. It almost appears to be blocking the sunlight over here. Very perfect square. Look at that. Well, nearly perfect. And I've been seeing quite a few of those lately. Squares, rectangles, circles, you name it. Here's another double rainbow from Karen out of Palm Bay, Florida. Big, spectacular double rainbow. Hardly ever see singles anymore. Chris from New York City. Ominous looking skyline as a thunderstorm approached the city. KELSEYVILLE, California. Ryan. Another spectacular sky. Big sunbeams, shadows going up into the sky. Longmont, Colorado. MAEVE sent in this photograph of another double rainbow. You can see the second rainbow right there. It's a little difficult to see, but it is there. And some very unique clouds just above and intertwined with the rainbow. Danielle G noticed the smoke trail left behind from the rocket launch August 8th from Florida. Photo sent in here by Sergeant Joshua K from Oklahoma. What looks like a triangle in the sky. Another rainbow photograph. This was sent in by Jamie from Hawaii. Ominous looking sky from Hartland, Connecticut, sent in by Steve. Just some amazing photographs. Another look at this rocket launch from DeLeon Springs. That was sent in by Suzy. Spectacular photographs here from Puerto Rico, sent in by Carlos, of some golden sunbeams peeking through the clouds. Look at that. I mean, that's a hallmark moment right there. Truly is. Good observation, Carlos. Here's another rainbow. This was sent in by Brian P. Actually, it's a partial rainbow. Brian P. once again of a very ominous looking cloud structure that's very, very low to the ground. This photograph here was sent in. There's actually two that this gentleman sent in by the name of Anthony. Noticed a double rainbow. We see these almost on a daily basis. But he noticed something in the photograph that he didn't quite recognize and he didn't see. And I don't think they're raindrops. You can see there's three different ones. There's two up here. They're different shapes. One down below. He put an arrow pointing to these things, whatever they are. I'm not sure what they are either. He said they weren't raindrops on his lens. Don't know, just sharing, guys, because I had another one too from a young lady that said it looked like a cigar-shaped object or some sort of a tube in the sky that was in the photograph that Becky took of a thunderstorm from Las Vegas, Nevada. So don't know, just sharing. Brian P., yet again another low-profile, ominous-looking sky. Very dark, ominous-looking clouds, once again from Brian P. And this final photograph is from Mulberry, Florida, sent in by Greg. Big shadow coming from the northwestern sky during sunset. Thanks for all your photographs and observations, guys. If you have some photos you would like to share, you can send them to reports@MrMBB333.com. You'll find them in the Sky Phenomena photo gallery. Takes a little while to get through all the emails, but sooner or later, I do get through them. And you can find this website linked below every video in the description box, MrMBB333.com. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.